could put a book of sorts up on the internet and instead of charging for it, put it up for free and see if people would make donations to help out here in Detroit. And so that's what I've done. It's an 8-part book that I'm halfway through, and I can't tell you how it ends because I'm writing it literally 1 week at a time. And so I stay like 1 week ahead of the tax collector. So I'm on chapter 5, but the book itself is on chapter 4. And every Friday we put it up at humantouchstory.com. And people can just download it. And Audible was very nice to work with us as well. And you can download the audiobook as well. And then if you're so inclined, and I believe people are in these times, or, you know, they understand how to pay something forward. And so they make donations. And so far, it's been very successful.
So is that hard? First of all, bravo for doing that. It's very creative. I read that you said, like, I thought about what is my gift? How can I give? And writing is my gift. So I'll start writing this. And anybody who's written knows that it's hard to write. And sometimes you have writer's block. So if you have to write every week, isn't that a kind of whole new pressure that you've never experienced?
Yeah, and you have to let go of it, and then you can't get it back either. I mean, I'm one of those people that edits as he goes along and re-edits as he goes along. And then when he turns the book in, I chase it down from the publisher and say, can I have one more crack at it before, you know? And so for me to kind of have to turn it in at once a week and that's done, I mean, it's tough, especially when you're creating fiction. It's one thing if you're doing sports writing, which I did for a long time, and that's kind of the same way. But this is fiction. You're creating characters, you plot, you have to keep track of everything that's going on. So, yeah, it's not the easiest way to do it, Maria, but it is right for our times, and it seems to work. Hold on, Knox is singing here. Knox.
Yes, I was just going to ask you who is our visitor in the back.
He's come here. So so this is Knox, and those people say hi to Maria.
Yeah.
So Knox is one of my kids. I have. What's that?
I said thank you for joining us, Knox.
Thank you.
Okay, so I have an orphanage in Haiti that I operate that I'm at every month for the last 10 years. And unfortunately, you know, Knox comes up for therapy every now and then. And he came up with us and then got caught in the crossfire of shutting the borders down. And so Knox has been living with us ever since until we can get back to Haiti. And so he has actually been one of the inspirations in Human Touch. There's a character called Little Moses, who is an 8-year-old Haitian boy, just like Knox is an 8-year-old Haitian boy, an orphan. And he turns out to kind of be the hero of the whole story. So Knox has, not only has he inspired us here because we've actually been able to have an 8-year-old boy in our house for all this time. He's provided all this joy and love and everything. But he also comes with me on the audiobook, and he sits on my lap and records his voice. So he's actually the voice of Little Moses. Do you like doing that?
Yeah.
What's your favorite line? What's your favorite line you've recorded so far?
When I said, I'm Flash.
Yeah, you got to play Flash. I'm the Flash. Yeah. So anyhow, so he's here. So you can find joy in all kinds of things in this terrible situation, and we've found amazing joy with Knox being with us and getting to be parents at our ages, and it's been quite nice. And he's been a great inspiration for the Human Touch story.
Knox, how has it been living with Mitch there?
I don't know.
Do you like it? You like being here?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part?
My favorite part is eating and playing.
Eating and playing.
And the therapy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is so beautiful. Mitch, tell us where, if people are interested in that orphanage in Haiti, tell us about that.
Oh, well, I've been there. You can sit down, Knox, if you want there. So I've been there for 10 years, and I took it over after the earthquake. And bye, Knox. You can sit down. That's okay. You can play. I'm going to try to, because my hand is shaking here, and I don't want your...
well, maybe Knox can hold it for you.
Oh, no, his hand will shake worse than mine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I've had an orphanage in Haiti for the last 10 years that I operate. I'm there every month. We have 52 children. These are all kids who were basically, you know, orphaned by the hurricanes or earthquakes or poverty that's rampant there. And we raise them there. We don't orphan anybody, adopt anybody out. We raise them. They come in about 2 years old, and we feed them, nourish them, take care of them, teach them, guide them. And then when they're 18, They're on track actually to graduate high school, which is almost unheard of in Haiti. And then I have college scholarships lined up for all 52 of them. We have 52 kids, and my two oldest ones are actually here in the other room because they just finished college. They're here in America going to college, and one of them is pre-med, and he's 4.0, so I'm very proud of that. And then they'll go back to Haiti and make their country a better place, and hopefully one day put orphanages like ours out of business. But until that happens, I'm there for the kids. So it's breaking my heart because it's the first time in 10 years that I haven't been there every single month because they've closed down the borders. So having Knox here is a little bit of a salve for that. But yeah, it's called the Have Faith Haiti Orphanage. And if people want to help out, then go to havefaithhaiti.org. We always are looking for help. I mean, it's
called, repeat it again.
Havefaithhaiti.org. And all of the stories, and my most recent book, Finding Chica, which was about one of our little girls from there who we adopted and who had a brain tumor, that was all set there as well. And you can find out all about that at that website. Yeah.
Now, I mean, I got to say, Mitch, you know, you're doing this human touch. You've got a Haiti. You've got the orphanage in Haiti. You have a huge nonprofit in Detroit called Say Detroit, right, that does all kinds of different things. How do you manage all this? Where did you get all these ideas that you wanted to give back like this?
Well, honestly, Maria, I wasn't always so generous. You know, I think, to be fair about my life, the first, 25, 30 years, at least as an adult, I was pretty self-centered and pretty ambitious and pretty much just looking out to improve myself in my career. And then I had that experience with Maury Schwartz, which turned into the book Tuesdays with Maury, which for everybody else was a book, but for me was a real experience, with an old college professor who was dying from Lou Gehrig's disease.
Right.
And I visited him every Tuesday, and he kind of reminded me of who I had been in college, which was, I think a better version of myself. And I watched how him dying from this terrible disease, money didn't matter, career didn't matter, all these things that I was putting all my time and effort in really didn't matter. And one time I watched him give advice to people who came in to cheer him up, but he ended up talking to them about their divorce, their love life, all the rest of the stuff. And he ended up advising them and cheering them up. And I said, I don't get it. You're the one who's dying. You can't move. You need to be carried from place to place. Why are you, giving to them instead of taking from them? And he said, well, why would I ever take like that? Taking would just make me feel like I'm dying. Giving makes me feel like I'm living. And I never forgot that. That was really profound to me. And I realized that that's what comforted him in his dying days, then it probably is of a lot of comfort in life. And I began slowly to get involved in more giving things, and one thing led to another and to another. And I have found that to really be true, that I feel much more alive when I'm giving than I do when I'm taking. And so the things that you mentioned are just things that I'm able to do. I've been blessed to be able to do them. And I love them. I really am quite enamored with the whole giving thing. So,
and I love that taking makes you feel like you're dying. Giving makes you feel like you're alive. And so many people right now, Mitch, as you well know, are literally dying, or they feel like everything they've worked for is dying right in front of them, and they feel hopeless, right? And they feel helpless. And what's your best advice, since you kind of really shifted your own life through the experience of one other human being?
Yeah. Well, my advice would be that, first of all, what we're going through in the States is awful for us, but on a world scale, it still doesn't compare to what people go through on an everyday basis. And one of the things that I've learned in Haiti is that life can be a lot worse than what we're dealing with right now. Cholera epidemics and people dying of starvation and violence that comes out of nowhere. We're locked in our homes, but going to have an end. It's just that our patience in America isn't very long. We like things over and done in 5 minutes. And so we're going to have to be more patient, but there are some silver linings in these things. And I don't mean in any way to minimize people's suffering or economic suffering especially. But, I hear all kinds of people talking to me about, we're having like regular dinners. now. We eat every night. And we immediately opened a testing center in Detroit for COVID-19. Believe it or not, there wasn't a testing center in downtown Detroit, where most of the impoverished people live, at all. And we opened one. I've never done that in my life. I'm not a medicine person, but I have a great team, and we dove into it, and we opened at our medical clinic that we have in the parking lot this past week a testing center where people not only can drive through, but also can walk up. Because nobody considers that there's a lot of people who don't have cars, especially in a poor city like Detroit. A lot of people don't have a car to drive to a mobile testing center, so we take walk-ups as well. You don't need to have insurance, and you don't need to have a doctor's prescription. And the first day we did over 100 tests, and we did more than that the next, and we'll just continue to do it. And that's made possible by people who have made donations to the Human Touch, this fictional story that I'm writing every Friday. Now, who would have thought that would have all come together? So that is a silver lining of sorts. It's obviously we'd all rather we didn't have the situation to begin with, but we do. And so we're going to find out what we're made out of here. And so far, I like a lot of things that I see.
I love that we're going to find out what we're made out of. That's incredible. Talk about your human touch, the story, right, is touching the lives of so many who in turn are paying it forward to help people they don't even know.
Yeah. Wasn't that wonderful? I mean, I created the story. You asked me before about having to write, every week, and you got to pick a subject that can flow like that. So I decided I would pick a street corner in a small Michigan town that had 4 houses on it, and there was a doctor's family in one house, a pastor's family in the other house, a Chinese American couple in the other house, and someone who owned a cider mill business in the other one, because I knew, okay, those are all kind of people who are going to go through this quite interestingly, doctors and nurses handling this different, pastors and faith, keeping churches open or not. Right. Chinese Americans are going through a very, very hard time unfairly here in this country. And so every week I sort of show, how the world has changed for this. I'm like 1 week behind what's going on in the real world. So I get to sort of see what's happened in the real world and then work it into the story, and yet still find some hope, because little Moses, the character that you inspired yourself by Knox, so he seems totally immune to getting the disease, and his mother very mysteriously says he can't get sick. It's impossible for him to get sick. And he actually, as the disease starts to spread, he sneaks around in the neighborhood and goes to people's houses and lets them hug him and hold him, the people who are sick, because that's the thing they miss the most, is having some kind of human touch, human contact. And he's going to turn out to be sort of the key to to solving the whole thing. So I'm still able to even weave some hope into this fictional story. And it's all inspired by this terrible pandemic, and yet I'm able to create something, hopefully, that will inspire people, make people feel a little better. So, from bad often comes good, and from tough times often comes the best of us. And I'm trying to live that in my own life, and I believe I'm seeing it in a lot of other people's lives too.
Mitch Albom, thank you so much for what you're doing. The book or the series is called The Human Touch. It comes out every Friday. You can contribute. So the Sunday paper will contribute to your extraordinary work. You have an orphanage in Haiti. You have Save Detroit. I said before you came on, my son graduated yesterday from Michigan via Zoom. Yeah, via Zoom. And so I have great, connection to Michigan, to Detroit, to Ann Arbor. It's been an incredible 4 years.
I'm sorry you didn't get the full treatment that we usually give Michigan graduates, because they get to go to the stadium. Yeah, it's in the big house, and it's massive. And so, but in some ways, it was probably better from a parking point of view, for sure.
Well, you know what he said? It was interesting, because he's the youngest, and he said, we all said that this was more intimate, and this was even better. which was an interesting thing, to feel so connected, to feel so intimate, to feel connected to other human beings and not even be able to touch them, but to touch them through your heart was a real gift. And the university says they're going to do the big house next year, but who knows, right? But Dad had made wonderful. Yeah. So Mitch, thank you.
You've always been very kind to me, Maria, over the years. We've, interacted on different things. And I want to thank you for your support and for the wonderful Sunday paper you have. I've read it. I've been a part of it. It's very inspiring and inspirational. And thanks for sending people to the human touch thing. That's really great.
Well, thank you. I'm a huge fan of yours, admirer of yours. And I think the power of your writing, the power of your vision, and I love what you just said about giving back makes you feel alive. There's so many people who are unhappy and want to feel alive, and it's right at their fingertips. So you have inspired us beautifully on this Sunday morning. Thank you, Mitch, and thank your family for sharing you with us this morning.
It's been my pleasure. Thanks.
God bless you. Thank you.
That's you too.
Well, I mean, is he extraordinary or what? I mean, wow. He is an inspiration. You're right. Wow. I have goosebumps. I mean, what an honor to talk to a man like that. It's in giving that you feel alive. Wow. I'm going to be thinking about that. He wrote last week in the Sunday paper, The Human Touch. We're going to contribute to that and, support his work, which is so extraordinary. I love that his son there joined us. And now we're going to kind of totally switch gears to another way of feeling alive and feeling fed is through food. And last week we kind of included food in our Sunday paper live broadcast. And this week we're going to do it again with my friend Joy Bauer. She has a brand new book out. It's called Superfood, 150 Recipes for Eternal Youth. And she is going to show us how to make a smoothie. Okay, there she is. And then we're going to talk to a small business owner, Elizabeth, about gifts for mom. But Joy Bauer is she's waiting. Now we're connecting.
Yay!
Hi, Joy.
Hi, Maria. Oh, what a treat it is to be here with you. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, and congratulations on this beautiful new book. I love it. It's so gorgeous. 150 recipes for eternal youth. Who doesn't want that? And you are so great the way you feed our souls and our spirits and our tummies all the time on the Today Show. And I'm so glad you're here on Sunday Paper Live. And you've got something special for us this morning or this afternoon, wherever you may be.
I do, and it's quite an experience being your own food stylist and like trying to mimic. I'll tell you, I have
I'm
never.
I'm in my pajamas.
I have some comfortable stretchy pants on, and I have some bare feet on as well.
Yeah.
But welcome to my kitchen. Quite different from the Today Show studio.
What do you got? What are you making for us out of this book?
So the whole idea of the book was taking all of the compelling and well-executed research that we have on longevity and really elevating our health and our lives on so many different levels, which is right up your alley. It's all of the important stuff that you always cover.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to show.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So I took all of the foods that we crave, everything from superfood fries and pizzas and pastas and smoothies and sides and morning meals. And without compromising the flavor, I show people how to make the simplest, ridiculously easy recipes, but that build in those superfoods that we have all of that great research on. So when trying to figure out what I could make with you here, I thought of
not
two.
With me, because I'm not cooking with you. You're going to show me.
Okay, but I'm going to give you an assignment after this because, Maria, honestly, it's so simple. You're not even going to believe how easy this is. Well, so the first thing is I'm calling it a longevity smoothie because it has 6 superfoods. That's all that's in it. 6 superfoods that can really help to sort of improve our groove.
Okay, what are they?
Okay, so the first thing, I'm going to build it as we go along. Can you, yeah, perfect.
Yes,
I'm a newbie at cooking during an Insta Live. My husband is my cameraman. He said, I have a big reputation, so
okay, well,
I got to get this right.
I don't have a husband, so I have a tripod.
Well, it's working for you. You're perfect. You're perfect. So the first thing that we're going to add in here, where are my berries? I think I left my berries in the freezer. So while my cameraman is doubling and getting me my berries,
so
wait,
berries
I have them right
very
here.
good for brain health, that we know. And you can, if you're interested in brain health, you can go over to the Women's Alzheimer's Movement, which does a lot on all of this. So berries, very good for the brain, very good for longevity. So,
yes, and they have these antioxidants called anthocyanins that can improve cognitive function, your memory, long-term, short-term. So it's all really great. So we're going to put 2 full cups in here. Now I'm using frozen berries. The nice part about frozen is they pick it in the peak of ripeness, they flash freeze, and you maintain all the goodness.
So this is a superfood smoothie, a longevity smoothie.
Yes. So first we have our berries. Next I'm adding in.
Somebody's asking, will this help through menopause? Okay, that's a good question on Sunday morning. Yeah.
It definitely will, because again, with menopause, it's going to increase your brain power. It's going to help lower your cholesterol. It'll help you to maintain weight. It provides a ton of fiber, so it will help you to be more regular. All of the things that we want. So now I'm adding in, this is just a loose cup of spinach leaves, but you can also use kale. Leafy greens are quite literally like nature's multivitamin.
Okay, so all kinds of berries. I'm going to keep you going because it says, Maria, stop moving around. I'm not moving around, I'm in my chair. All different kinds of berries. That's the question somebody was asking. So all different kinds of berries.
All different berries. I just added in one of the frozen bags of mixed berries, but it could be raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, whatever berry you can have. Go to it. Now I'm adding here chia seeds. This is 1 teaspoon of chia seeds, and I like to call these nutrition sprinkles because it's a plant-based source of omega-3 fats. Those are the fats that tame inflammation throughout the body, and it also has some protein and some fiber. So we've got chia seeds in there. Next, I'm adding in 1/2 to 1 ripe banana. The riper, the better, because it's going to bring natural creaminess and sweetness right into your smoothie. And you get potassium, which helps to get rid of bloat. But even more importantly, potassium helps to manage our blood pressure.
And we should also, as you continue to go, some people, whole banana has too much sugar for them. So 1/2 a banana or
Fine.
a banana is good. And you can make this kind of, you can adjust what you're putting in as Joy does, depending
you can't
on
mess it up.
Your body, right?
You can't mess it up. Anything goes. I'm giving you like the baseline formula, and you can experiment and leave out what you don't like and add in what you do like. And so last but not least, I'm adding 6 nuts. It can be the same nut, or it could be, I put in an almond, I put in a cashew, I'll put in a pecan, I have some pistachios. What I like about varying them up, here's a macadamia, is that each nut, well, all of the nuts have heart-healthy fat, they have protein, and they have some fiber. But whatever nut you decide to pick brings a different asset to the table. So in other words, the pecans have the most antioxidants. Almonds have calcium. Peanuts have the most protein. Pistachios have something called plant stanols, which lowers the bad cholesterol.
So and then, Joy, are you adding almond milk? Are you adding protein powder?
Are you ready for what I'm adding as our fluid? Yes. This is the cool part. 4 ounces of brewed and chilled green tea, because green tea is so remarkably good for our system. So we put this right in. Of course, we don't let the bag slip in.
Okay,
and
this is really interesting.
I just throw in a couple of ice cubes because I like it really thick and frothy.
So wait a second, we have no protein powder, no almond, no nothing, just tea.
Just the tea. Now, if you want to add protein powder, you certainly can. This has about 6 grams of natural protein from the chia seeds, but you could really jack it up if you want to turn it into a meal and put a scoop of protein powder in. But just like this, this is a beverage with benefits, Maria. It has vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and a huge amount of fiber. And this is what it looks like. It's so vibrant and luscious. Can you see this?
This is fantastic. We have a smoothie with benefits. I have a tripod with benefits. You have a husband with benefits. I mean, this is an incredible morning. And this book, this new book that just came out, Her Superfood 150 Recipes for Eternal Youth. Talk about a book with benefits. I am so proud of you, Joy.
Thank you so much, Maria. I wish you were here. I also made you this. This is a blueberry pie oatmeal. Can you see this?
Oh, I can see that. Yes, I can see that.
And it is the easiest thing to whip up. If I have 30 seconds, could I show you how to do this?
Yes.
Okay, this is really cool. So all you do is you make your oatmeal. See, I have plain oatmeal here. You can make it, I used almond milk in here. 1 cup of oatmeal to 2 cups of almond milk. That'll make you 2 servings. And you can make it on the stovetop. I think it gets a little creamier on the stovetop, but you could also pop it right in the microwave. Then comes the cool magic. So I'm going to show you how to make without adding any sugar.
The book.
This is a blueberry pie filling with no sugar, and I use the trick of chia seeds. So I have 1 cup of blueberries here. I'm now adding in a tablespoon of our magic chia seeds. Chia seeds gel, and they're going to turn those blueberries right into the most luxurious, luscious jam. Then I have 2 tablespoons of 100% cranberry juice. You mix that up. You put it in the microwave for just 2 minutes, and you let it sit, and it will turn right into, I'm going to try to see if you could see this.
Oh my God, that is incredible. Joy makes all of these incredible things on the Today Show. I always accuse her of never eating because she's so thin.
Oh, I
she
eat.
swears to me she eats. So
we do a lot of eating here.
She takes all of these incredible comfort foods that I know I love, and she kind of gives you a healthy way to eat them. And I love this. These are all superfood, 150 recipes for eternal youth. Several of you asked me again to mention the name of the book, Joy Bauer's Superfood, 150 Recipes for Eternal Youth. It just came out. And so that's why we had her on. We'll have her on anytime, but she's in the Sunday paper today with her recipes. So you can look at that. You can get the book through the Sunday paper. You can get it, obviously anywhere, but you can get it through the Sunday paper. And now you can go try that recipe, and hopefully you'll live longer. And
cheers to that.
Cheers. Thank you, Joy. I'm so proud of you. And
thank you
your
so
husband.
much.
Thank your husband.
He hears you. He's saying, thank you, Maria.
Okay, smoothie with benefits. With benefits. I can't help you with the husband with benefits, but anyway, there you go.
You're the best.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So we're going to remove Joy, and we are going to go straight to Elizabeth Lamont, who is a small business owner, maybe like many of you, and she is going to tell us how she's been pivoting in this time, and she's going to give us some ideas for Mother's Day, and she has one of my favorite shops in the entire world, Elizabeth Lamont. There she is. She's going to put the camera down so we can see her face. There she is. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Maria. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? I thought you could tell us how you're doing. How are the small businesses that you know doing?
Well, before I get into that, I just wanted to say a huge, big congratulations to Mom, you, who got 4 kids through college. So congratulations. I know it was a huge day for you yesterday. I'm having my tea with you as you are. And I just wanted to say congratulations to you. That's a really big milestone in your life. And I'm really proud of you. So I just wanted to start.
Thank you. Well, I wanted to have Elizabeth on because she represents so many small business owners throughout the country that are having to pivot. And she also happens to have one of my favorite stores in the world. And she's going to show us some products that are good for Mother's Day. And you can go online to elizabethlamont.com and find out some of these things. But first of all, how are you? How is the store? What's happening?
Well, it's been definitely an interesting ride, and I think that we have done everything that we possibly could think of to continue our business, to keep our employees part of our company, to make sure that our clients are served. We're so grateful for the support that we've gotten, and I think that I think all of us have listened to a million webinars. You and Patrick, of course, have done amazing small business webinars, and I've gotten so many inspirational tips, and I really recommend for anyone who hasn't listened to those to do it, because it really is helpful. And we've done a lot of things. We've taken our website. Thank goodness we had a website all set up. And so we took our website, but we refreshed it. We changed the content. We got a new page in the front. We made it like really exciting and lively. We added care packages. So we call them our packages of love, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And
show it to me while you talk. Show me while you talk.
Okay, great. So here are some of the packages of love. So we have all different ones, and they're on our website. And each one has different beautiful things. Our signature candle is our packages of scent. Our packages, our love package is right here. So it's called Packages of Love, Love. It has this beautiful little vase in it. But anything can also be sent separately. So if you want to make the basket less or more, we can work with you on that. We also then did some beautiful gift baskets. So we did like, who wouldn't love this? Mother's Day at the beach. So if you can't be with your mother.
Even if you're not at the beach, right?
Yeah, even if they're not at the beach, I would want all that beautiful beach product, you know? So why, look, napkin rings, little canopy plates. These are wipeable placemats. You just wipe them with a sponge.
Okay, and then talking, because I'm going to say, people are asking me, what is the name of the store? The store is Elizabeth Lamont. So a couple people said it's Room at the Beach. It's both.
Yeah, well, it's Room at the Beach is our store in Malibu, and Elizabeth Lamont is our store in the Pacific Palisades. So you can put in roomatthebeach.com or elizabethlamont.com, and you'll come to the same place.
And look at these, but you can see over her shoulder these orchid plants. They're famous.
Look at these. Aren't they beautiful?
Unbelievable. I have them.
These are our Forever Buy gorgeous containers. We have this totally custom made. We have them in all sizes. They're online, and they're just, you never have to water them. Some of our clients have come in and said that their housekeepers watered them because they thought they were real. So, you know, just they're beautiful, they're big, they're fluffy, they move in the wind, and, you know, they're great. So, yeah, I know that's one of your favorites. We also, in gardening, have this beautiful gardening basket. So this is our signature candle. This is the OG, the original one that you love. And we do it in a cube in this basket, a beautiful gardening book. This is an apron, a big, great apron that you can wear in the kitchen or in the garden. And then this sweet little flower pot. So that's a very sweet basket for Mother's Day as well.
And then we mentioned you could give the candle by itself, which is beautiful.
Absolutely.
And that's always such a great gift for Mother's Day. To see the candle burning. It smells unbelievable. I don't know what it's called. And then that one little flower and one little pot is also really great. That's really pretty.
Super sweet. And then we have this beautiful vase. This is from Simon Pierce up in Vermont. They make this beautiful glass. So this is a really pretty gift. Comes in a beautiful gift box. We can wrap it and ship it. We also do his clock. Look how gorgeous these are. I don't know if it's hard to see in the
No,
backlit.
You can see it. That's great.
Yeah,
These
so
are all
beautiful. Look at this little vase. So this is such a pretty little vase. We had one in that basket in the clear. We do it in white, and we also, you'll see at the end of the table, have it in pink. What a sweet gift that is for mom.
Yeah, these are all, and I know these are all different prices because I know
all different prices. Yeah, like these are $36. Like this is $36. This little vase that's so pretty, and the this one's $65. And then my friend, our mutual friend is Suzanne Zimmer, who's making these beautiful Happy the Jam. I'm going to say it right. Happy the Golden Jam. There it is. Sorry. Happy the Golden Jam.
I love that.
This is fruit all from her property. These are $15, and the proceeds go to help animals. And this comes in lemon, orange marmalade, and fig. And you could do it on this platter, like gorgeous cellophane. And like that would be such a beautiful gift.
So these are all and the great thing about Elizabeth and all these other small business owners is that they will work with you now, right? So that they'll come up with ideas with you. They'll work with whatever price range you have. If you don't have money, obviously, you know, you can make a card, and that's beautiful. I always say
gift certificate. You can do a gift certificate for your mom.
That's
right. I just wanted another idea. This is a table setting that I did because I know you love your table settings, Maria. And these are a thought to send to your mom if you are away. And particularly loved having the little frames on the table. Do you see who's in there?
Yeah, I see myself and Patrick. We're in there.
You and Patrick. And,
yeah.
And what a beautiful little gift to give, you know, just like a little silver frame that's super sweet. I think I would fall over if my kids gave me a picture of themselves, a current picture of themselves. And so we just set the table. What a pretty idea if you can't be with your mom to send her 2 napkins, 2 placemats, you know, just something pretty for her to have and open for Mother's Day. I think it's really, all of us think it's the thought that counts. And with that, you know, you might say in the frame, I'll come and clean your house for you, Mom, you know, or anything like that, you know. Just
yeah,
like
that's a great idea. Several people are asking on here, Elizabeth, whether you ship nationwide. I assume you do.
We
correct?
do. We ship nationwide, and all of our packages of love, the shipping and tax are included. So the price you see on our website is the price that it is, no tax, no shipping on top of it. So that's lovely.
I love that little idea you have about the frame and then putting a little note to your mom or someone that you love in the frame that says, you know, when this is over, I'll take you to lunch or I'll go buy you a cup of coffee.
Look how cute that is. We just put like a little, this is from one of our artists. We just kind of copied it and put it in, and we just think it's so sweet. And you could, you know, this is such a pretty frame, isn't it? This big chunky acrylic frame. That's really a great gift. And then this basket here is our spa basket. And this has our pretty, really beautiful lightweight robe for summer. Some really great shower tablets. So they effervesce in the shower like you're taking a bath. Yeah. And then the eye mask. These are the eye masks, which actually you could probably wear over your nose too if you wanted to. But these are the best for when you're sleeping. It's so great. And they're soft and silky on the inside. They're beautiful. They come in white. And then we also have them in linen too. They're really, really pretty. And then this one over here is our beach girl. So we all know the beach girl lovers, right? So you can't go to the beach, but all of these are scented like the beach. So we've got this gorgeous candle and all of that. You know, that's so pretty. And the room spray, so it can be scented like, you know, you're at the beach, which is really beautiful.
So these are absolutely gorgeous. There's something in here for everybody. You can do a whole basket. You can do a theme around the beach, a theme around the garden, a theme around eating, a theme around, you know, the future, taking you out to lunch. And Elizabeth Lamont's store is so gorgeous. If you're ever in Los Angeles, she just opened this small business store in the Palisades. She has another place out in Malibu called Room at the Beach. And she's a representative, I think, of so many small business owners who are out there trying to keep their staffs going, trying to keep themselves going. They're pivoting. And we wanted to shine a light on her extraordinary work. And she's an employer. And she's trying to keep it all together, as I know so many other people.
Thank you, Maria.
And she's a friend, and she's a fellow mom, and she's, you know, out there, as I said, you know, trying to keep her employees employed, trying to keep paying everybody. And so we wanted to shine a light on her store. There are so many stores. We can do this every Sunday if you all liked it. And she went to a lot of work to put all these baskets together. And whether you're at the beach or your mom likes the beach, or you have somebody who has nurtured you and loved you like a mom, all of these gifts, or you have somebody graduating, you could do that too, right?
Yeah, and this can be even engraved for graduation with the date on it. Like, I mean, you have to see like what this feels like. It's heavy and beautiful, and this could have the date of the graduation on it and the, you know, the logo of the school in the back. There's so many opportunities to do this, and this is a beautiful gift. We have lots of graduation, Father's Day gifts, and our site, we're highlighting artists. We're trying to, you know, let you know about all the amazing artists that we work with. And we have a section on our website for that. We have a little tour of our store, you know, so we worked really hard on that to make it fresh and new and try to bring these things to you, you know, bring them to you, to our really our friends and our clients that can't get here anymore into the store. But we'll continue to do it even after, because we think that's a wonderful way to be able to showcase what we do.
And we talked to a lot of people who are at home. Elizabeth's store helps you to feel at home in your home. And she also comes to your home. She also works with people to declutter their home, declutter their shelves. streamline what they have and make their homes feel beautiful, really. And you
yeah, and we have a whole design service as well. So we have our designers are at home working, and you know, for some people, we're just continuing the process. We're in construction, and you know, thank goodness all the construction workers can still work. We're so grateful for that. And you know, so we do lots of interiors if anybody needs anything like that as well.
Yeah, so the store, several people are asking me again, the store is called Elizabeth Lamont, and we'll write it up, and or roomatthebeach.com. You can go to either one of those. She will work with you. You can buy any of the baskets that she showed here today, or her store will work with you to take 1 or 2 pieces out of that. If you're looking for somebody to help you with your house, help you declutter your house since you're staying at home, or make your home a real reflection of you, Elizabeth is so talented and so good at that. And she comes in and to understand who you are, not like what she wants, but who you are, and works with things that you have and helps you really decide what you should keep and what you should get rid of. So Elizabeth Lamont, I love people saying, I love your store, and check it out.
Thank you.
So
well, we love you, Maria. And you know, Maria, I just wanted to just do another shout out to you that, you know, for highlighting all these people. You are continuing your work of, you know, supporting everybody. And, you know, it really means a lot to all of us, you know, and I think that, you know, we want to be here for everyone. We still have brides graduate, you know, brides graduate. We have people graduating, brides registering. Yeah. We have a beautiful bridal registry as well. You know, so there's lots of things that we do here, and we're so grateful to you for showing it to your audience.
Well, thank you. And I burn those candles from Elizabeth every day in my home, so I swear by them. So wherever they are, the original, there they are. That one right there. I swear you will not be sorry if you get that candle, and whoever you give that candle to will love you for it. They'll love you even if you don't give them the candle, but they'll really love you if you tell, especially if you tell them it's an OG candle. So the OG. So the store, once again, Elizabeth Lamont, Room at the Beach. Great stuff. And small businesses rock. A lot of people say, please keep highlighting small businesses. So send me suggestions. We will do that. But I wanted to start with one of the best. So thank you for doing all that work to get all the store ready. It looks beautiful. And hopefully some people will buy it.
And I hope you have a beautiful Mother's Day, Maria, too. You're the OG mother.
OG. We play poker together. Okay, bye, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much. Bye.
Bye. Room at the Beach and Elizabeth Lamont. Wow. Well, we had a packed Sunday Paper Live today. We had a packed Sunday Paper Live. We got a longevity smoothie. We highlighted a new cookbook. We had that extraordinary conversation with Mitch. The story he's writing again, it's called The Human Touch. He's writing to benefit others. And that's what the Sunday Paper platform is all about. It's a newsletter with a mission and a purpose to inspire hearts and minds, to inspire you to share your story, because at the end of the day, that's exactly what moves humanity forward. That's exactly what brings us together, is when we share our stories, when we use our platforms for good, and when we help one another. So I hope you'll check out Elizabeth's store. I hope you'll check out Mitch's story, and I hope you'll check out Joy's book, and I hope you'll check out the Sunday Paper. And if you like the Sunday Paper, please forward it to a friend. It's a labor of love, and I'm going to leave you with every week when I write, I've been thinking, I end it with a prayer, and it says today, dear God, when so much is uncertain, may we remember that so much is still possible. Opportunities wait for us to unite and share our new world with compassion and care. Amen. Go out and share your world. Thanks for joining us.